Good afternoon, YouTube. How you doing? Hope everybody's well. That's the most important thing. Your health. That's the number one thing. So, we're halfway there. It's midweek, which is very exciting because a couple more days, we're into the weekend. Do whatever you want on your bench. That's awesome. I'm feeling much better, which is really good. Very excited about that. Gotten a lot done since Sunday. We've been working on some motors on the bench there for builds that are in progress. So motors kind of take a little bit of time, and we made some really good strides on getting four motors put together. And now we're at the phase of doing some distributor work and wiring those motors. So that's very exciting. After that, then they're pretty much ready to plop in, and we're gonna button up some interior work on a few of those builds. Then we can get into gluing windows in, and they'll just start falling together. So what we've been working on is going through stuff, and I've said this many moons back, is that when we moved up here, there was so much things going on, and I had to build this place so that we had somewhere to utilize our stuff and get our stuff out. And I haven't gone through everything yet. So we're going through stuff, trying to get rid of stuff that's just plain garbage and organizing the stuff that we definitely want to keep. So we've got a really cool time capsule, which I knew I had it somewhere, but I didn't know where. And it's goes back to the past a little bit. And I got a really cool pizza box here. For What Did You Buy Wednesday from Josh Reese at VCG Resins. So I haven't bought anything since November, early December. So I do this. I'm trying to just get stuff organized and start working on stuff I got and save some money. So let's get into this guy here, and we'll show you what we got. All right, I always like getting these pizza boxes from Josh. So see what we got this month here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got us a nice 4-speed manual transmission with bell housing. Really cool. That's a nice Chrysler transmission. And then what do we got here? Ooh, look at this. There we go. Big block Mopar. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that. Woo-wee. That's nice. That is a nice piece. This thing looks like it's got a couple different layouts in it. It's got the headers in there, but it gives you a couple of different pulley and belt systems depending on what type of accessories you're going to run on the motor, like a street strip, street machine type deal, or if you're going for a full stock effect. So really cool. I don't want to take that stuff out of there, but like always, Josh's stuff is amazing. Yeah, the oil pan, the cylinder heads, the intake manifold looks phenomenal. The guy just does amazing work, and he knows what I like. That's like candy right there for me. And this kind of came at the perfect time because I have a build that this could go in there right now. So this is perfect, and we might as well throw the manual transmission in it too. That's going to be awesome. So thanks again, Josh. That's really cool. I'm going to have to get on the website here this weekend and see if he's got more on the site and get some more of these guys coming, because I have a few builds that this is going to be perfect for. So let's put that in the box so we can get on to the next thing here. So that was really cool. Thanks again, Josh Reese. So like I said, we've been going through stuff, organizing stuff so where the place is more functional, and eventually we'll do a shop tour. I do get questions about this shop, for a shop tour of this shop, and we will do that. Also, what we found our old Game Boys. You believe that? Look at these little guys. And they still work. That's amazing. The batteries still work. They still had a charge in them. They've probably been sitting down in those boxes for 10 years. It's like, wow. So now we got a little toy video game that we can play with. All the games were in the pouches. The pouches were kind of dirty, the Game Boy cases and stuff, so I cleaned them. Them are drying, and we've had them on the charger. So that's really cool. But we found a like a casket here of RC motors. So let me flip this guy around and show you what we got. So back in the day, when we'd go to race the RC cars, you know, this is almost 20 years ago, brush motors were the topic. So I would have all the different motors, different sizes for different tracks, and all the parts to rebuild them. So I ran across this old case here. I have not seen this for a long time. This goes up here. Basically, this is all the different motor brush spring, different tensions, some hardware. That went in there. We have a bunch of parts in here, brushes, end bells, bearings, things like that. These are some stock motors, a bunch of brushes, different compounds, and then these tubes all have racing motors in them from back in the day when I was prepping motors and doing motors for other people. This is like just taking you back, like a nice time capsule. So we're gonna go through all these things and see what we got. Organize them. I'm really big into sentimental stuff and the vintage things, so we'll definitely figure out a better way to have that up here in the cabinets. These are all different winds, turns of arms. You can see where they're balanced right there. There's some more brand new arms here. Looks like we've got a couple brand new Reedy ties. They're out of business. The Reedy tie motors were always a real good motor back in the day. Really cool. So you just never know when you start cleaning and organizing what you're gonna find. I forgot all about this thing. Ran into these cases and I was like, oh yeah, the 3 cases. The other case, just like. So another thing that I found in one of the other cases were these little RC cars Team Losi made a long time ago. I don't know if they still sell these. These are 1/36 scale. They came out, oh my god, it's been a while, but they were in the case. I cleaned them up. The wings, the tape is all dried up and the wings are falling off them, so we got to fix that. But I bought these when they came out. It was like right before Christmas, so I got the blue one, the green one, and the red one. Blue was mine, the green was my kids, and then the red one was Brenda's. And I gave them theirs on Christmas, and then we had these things to rip around in Christmas time, which was a lot of fun that year. So it's really cool to see these. Totally forgot about them. And then finding a bunch of the other vintage stuff. So I found one of my old Team Losi carpet sedan race cars. This one had all the Matt Francis parts at the time that you could get. So this car was very good to me, and it was one of the first ones when they came out, and then you had to buy all the hop-ups before they came out with the race kit, the G Plus kit. So this particular car had a broken chassis, and I knew that I bought a chassis for this car when I cracked the other one, but it drove me nuts. So when I ran into the car, I'm like, well, I thought I bought a chassis for it. So sure thing, I ended up digging and digging. That's where I found those things at. And now I've been on this quest to, go through everything, organize, sort, and know what I got and where it is. And I can get stuff kind of like documented to where we know what all is a part of the RC stuff, the model stuff. All that is what I want to do in case something was to happen to me. My family knows what's all in here. So really cool to find this. Like I said, I found the new chassis. We changed it out the other day. We put the new chassis in there. You can see the belt drive there. So I need to find the cover for that yet. So I'll have to get on the old eBay and see if I can find the triple XS cover for it. But we're going to get this thing back into running shape, and then we're going to stick it on the shelf, and it's going to be a shelf queen. A good memory of when I used to race this thing back in the day. So really cool. We're getting a lot of stuff cleaned up and organized in here, so which means a lot. So we're gonna tackle this guy tonight, and we'll get right back to it. So let me flip this around. So like I said, we're gonna finish up some organization stuff for the rest of tonight. I have some parts drying that are painted, and so I'm still making good progress on the models, kind of going back and forth. It's the whole thing. I wanted stuff able to work on it over in this corner. On some of the other projects, as the saying goes, watching paint dry. So we're getting some stuff done on the models. We're getting some stuff on the RC. And last night we were out in the one-to-one shop and we were working on the duster. So that's really cool. So leading off with that, my good buddy Kenny over at K-Dog's Model Garage, he contacted me after I did my video for the kit I got for Christmas, which was the Mopar missile kit. He is just as much of a huge fan as I am on the A-body stuff and the vintage Pro Stocker cars. So I'm going to do the Motown missile. I might even try to get 2 done. But we're doing the Great A-Body Buddy build, group build. We've decided, being that it was just originally going to be me and Kenny, we decided we'll just throw it out there, and anybody that wants to build an A-Body Mopar, have at it, right? Kenny did a really good job. If you haven't, go over and check out Kenny's video. I'll put a link of his channel in the description here. And it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're an A-Body fan and you got time, feel free to jump into it. I can tell you personally, mine's going to be the vintage Pro Stock style type of build. So I have a feeling Kenny's going to be on that same platform as well. But like I said, it's open. I'll go in a little more detail on a video. I'll do an entry video for the group build. So we've got it starting February 1st, and we've got it ending October 1st. So that should give you guys some time to build, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking really forward to that group build. Also, Drag and Drive group build. We're going to get on that this weekend. It's supposed to be really, really cold, so that's why I'm trying to get some of this other stuff done. And then tomorrow night we're gonna go do our grocery shopping, so when we can hunker down. It's gonna be like -20, and it's kind of snowing now, so it's gonna be just crappy weather. We're not gonna go nowhere. We're gonna stay out here in the model shop with you fine folks. So expect you probably see some videos popping up here and there, and we're gonna have a good old time working on model cars and RC cars. So it'll be too cold to go down to the other shop and work on the one-to-one. Heck yeah. But expect a video from me on that group build, buddy build, and expect a video on another group build that I'm going to participate in, and that is going to be the Super Chrome 2026 group build that my good buddy Bruce and Ed from One Team Garage are hosting. And then I also have another group build that we'll do a video on, and that's King Bob's 100 Years of Pontiac. That worked out great for me. I had no clue that Bob was going to do that, but I do have a Pontiac that's in the mix here that was going to get built for this year anyhow. So that's really cool. So the fact that he announced that group build last night, it just kind of fell into my lap. I'm going to do the Big Joe thing, and I'm going to combine the builds that I'm doing into what they classify in as other people's group builds, so that if I can get 2-3 group builds per model, that's great. And it helps support all the other channels and their builds as well. It's a positive thing, and it's a good thing to participate and have fun with your fellow model builders. And in my case, I feel a lot of the guys that I do a lot of talking with that are building models are either in the RC or they're one-to-one guys. A lot of those dudes build the way I do. We have the same interests, and when I talk to those guys on the phone or any of that stuff, it's amazing. It's a lot of fun to sit and shoot the breeze with people on the phone. There's been a couple times where I've talked to a couple guys on the phone for a couple hours, and then lose a signal or my phone freaks out or something like that. But really a lot of fun. So like I said, I'll leave a link here for you to go check out Kenny's video, and check it out. You'll get a little more information on the group build and the buddy build until I can do my video. My other buddy too, Chester. God, I can't think of your channel name, buddy, but I'll post the link in there. Sorry about that, Chet. But Chet has got a really great channel as well. A lot of people know him. He's always in all the hangouts as well. But we'll post a link to his channel. I think he might jump in on this too. He's another one that's a real fanatic for the old school pro stock cars. So it's going to be a lot of fun to do these A-body deals. So that's going to do it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.